What's up, guys? It's Matthew, the head cameraman for AFG, and today we will be reviewing the channel's new drone. So the new drone, I was searching around for a long time and I was trying to look up best drones for off-roading and just kind of simple cinematic shots. And I was mainly looking at DJI because I have a few other DJI products that are really nice. And I kind of just wanted to continue with that company because most of their stuff is just like pretty top notch. Like I have an iPhone gimbal, I have their mobile mics, I have now their drone, right? So they're just a great company and they're super dependable. But we actually got the DJI Mavic Air 2. Now the DJI Mavic Air 2 is a little bit bigger than the minis. It has a little bit more battery life, so you can fly it for a little bit longer. Has some great video quality, 4K. Actually, I don't think it goes above 4K, but it definitely goes 4K, 60 FPS. But this is what it looks like. Let's see here. So my advice to you guys, right? DJI is a great company, but most people are like me, right? We don't want to fly something through the air that's more than $1,000, right? So I was looking online for like secondary sites and stuff like that, stuff like eBay. I stumbled upon actually a pretty good deal. It's hardly used at all. And my advice to you guys is definitely get a used one because they are like $1,100 brand new. And that is kind of sketchy flying that through the air at high speeds, right? So my advice to you guys would definitely try to find it on a secondary site like eBay. But I got this one from, crap, I can't remember the site now. I'll post the site in the description. But it was about $600. It was right around $600. And it came with the Fly More set, so it has 3 batteries. It was missing some cords, but that's not really a big deal. I just need one since I have an iPhone. But yeah, turning it on, really easy. So the Mavic Air 2 has 2 sensors up front right here, 2 sensors in the back, and then 1 sensor underneath to make sure you guys aren't bumping into anything, and it starts beeping. I was flying it around yesterday actually, and I got a little too close to a branch and it actually stopped the drone, which I was pretty surprised about. It was pretty nice, or else I would have messed this thing up even before I got to review it. So it's super cool with the safety features, right? But if you guys are getting it out, ready to fly, you guys are gonna pull the legs out here, just like this. Now, the secondary legs actually come out like a swing almost. So it comes out here, just like this, right? So now, to turn it on, first you're actually gonna grab the remote. So let me grab the remote. So this is the remote. You're just gonna bring this thing up just like this. This holds your phone, comes with a cord to tap into your phone just like this. There's actually a setting where this remote can actually charge your phone as you're flying, which is pretty sick. Toggles are down here, so you'll actually take it out just like this, and then you'll screw them in to where they go. It has like a tripod feature, normal feature, and sport feature. So sport features if you're trying to go super fast and like catch up to something. Normal's pretty average. You're not gonna get super smooth shots, but then the tripod mode, it's built for that cinematic and kind of slow like panning. So from here, there's one button that you can actually program in the app to do different things. I think there's 3 different options. But then the simple record button here, and then this is actually the angle of the camera on the gimbal. It'll actually turn it up and down. So this is a pretty sweet feature. Turning it on is really easy. So you're just gonna tap it and then hold, and now you're ready to go. So turning on the drone's the same thing. You're just gonna tap it and then hold. There we go. And then from there, when you're ready to start flying it, you're gonna take this gimbal protector off, just like this, and now you're ready to go. It is kind of confusing on figuring out like, because we're all used to like Xbox or PlayStation controllers, right? And like we got that down because we've been playing for so long, right? But with a drone, it actually, one toggle takes it up, down, and then twists it, and then one goes forward, back, sideways, right? And it's kind of hard to like get that down off the start, but once you got it, it's pretty easy. But what's also sick about the Mavic Air 2 is it's on the Fly app. I don't know if it's the same with other drones. I think the minis have it too. But with the DJI Fly app, when you guys start flying, there's actually preset.
So when you guys open
flights
your DJI Fly app, you guys will be on the home screen before you guys connect your phone to the remote or anything. I would definitely download the firmware if there is any firmware. It'll pop up on your home screen. I would just download it to make sure if you guys drive out anywhere and you guys don't have connection, you won't be able to download that firmware. And just in case, sometimes firmware will keep you from being able to fly your drone. So I would definitely download it before you guys head out anywhere if you guys are going to use this for camping or off-roading or outdoors or anything. Connect the drone to the remote. You guys will be able to see the drone, and sometimes in the beginning, especially if you guys haven't flown your drone yet, it won't pop up right away, so you guys will have to search for your drone name. So it'll be Mavic Air 2, and then you guys can click on that. From there, just click Go Fly, and then we're going to take it outside really quick. All right, so from here, you guys are just going to click the takeoff button, and then you guys will press and hold to actually launch the drone in the air. Now you guys see the red line that's in front right there. That's just saying that the drone is close to something, close to a obstacle, and it'll actually slow down to make sure you don't hit anything, and it'll let you know, and it'll start beeping, right? Now from here, let's turn it around. So let's change the gimbal angle really quick. When you guys click that little film button, you guys can go down to quick shots. Now quick shots are the preset flights that you guys can take, which are pretty sweet. There's a few different options, but they are pretty cool depending on what mode it's in. But from here, you guys are going to just draw a box around the object that you want to circle or have the flight based around. Once we draw that box, dang, that's a handsome box. From here, okay, I press to take flight. It'll start circling just like that. Now, since it's in tripod mode, it's going a little bit slower, right? But if it's in normal mode, then from there, it'll go a little bit faster. Than sport mode, it'll definitely go pretty fast. But yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. They're pretty sweet, and it's like almost a guarantee that you'll get some pretty sick shots with these preset flights. So this is a different one. So it's mid-flight. Oh, it actually stopped. So it stopped since there was an obstacle. Obstacle detected will take away, will stop the pre-flight. So you don't really have to worry about hitting anything as long as what's about to hit it isn't right above the drone. There's no sensors on the top, right? But from in the app is super dynamic, right? You guys can change from photo to video. You guys can change the video quality. You guys can go to slow motion. There's a bunch of safety stuff. You guys can change the format of your videos, right? MP4 to movie. There's a bunch of sweet like little tweaks that this thing has. So from here, we can actually, you just click this box. You guys can change from 4K. You can change the frames per second, right? And it's super easy. You can do it right from screen, super quick. So if you're like in the middle of flying this thing, you're like, you know what? Let's take the resolution up a little bit. You can definitely change it. So then you can start changing shutter speed, ISO, so that's basically light sensitivity, right? So light sensitivity, if your scenes are looking a little dark, right, you guys can start changing that. There is a map that it shows like danger fly zones, right? So the yellow is like it's okay, but just be careful. If it's red, you're not allowed to fly there, right? So that's a super handy dandy thing to have because it tells you where to fly and where not to fly. But other than that, it's a super sick app, really easy to use, super straightforward. And then just make sure you guys buy an SD card for your drone. That way you don't depend on the storage that's inside the drone.
So my advice to you guys is definitely go with DJI for drones. And if you're a first-time drone flyer, I would for sure go with the Mavic Air 2 or a Mini. Minis are good. It's just it gets kind of sketchy because their batteries run out so fast. So with the Mavic Air, you guys are able to actually fly it around a little bit more and kind of mess around with things. That way you can learn it a little bit faster. So I would definitely advise that. If I were you guys, I'd try not to pay full price because it is expensive for something that you might fly straight into a tree, you know, so you got to be careful with that. While you're learning, keep it in an open space. I would definitely go with the Mavic Air 2 for sure. For off-roading, you guys can lock onto cars and track cars and follow them and stuff like that. So I think it's a great addition to the channel, and I'm super excited to use it some more and get pretty good at it. That's my thoughts on it. I hope you guys like the video. It is a super sick piece of equipment, and I hope you guys enjoy it if you guys decide to get one. I'll put that site down in the description below for where I got this thing for basically half the price. Like and subscribe if you guys would like to. We're gonna keep coming out with like more review stuff, and we're gonna keep building out the rigs, so just stay tuned.